Hello everybody, welcome back. It is me, your old pal Orpheus, with another edition of Orpheus Swings on a Rope of Orpheus Plays. Hi, how you doing? Oh boy, here playing Blade and Sorcery. We are doing the dungeon run today. I've got kind of a shorter dungeon run because I have sort of a shorter topic to talk about, and that is, how do I put this delicately? Finding adult material back when I was younger was pretty damn hard, and we'll, no pun intended, and we'll talk about that as we go today through the dungeon. I hope you're doing well wherever you are right now, whether it's day, whether it's night, whether you find yourself riding in the back of a station wagon and you're in that seat that flips up that faces backwards and you see a truck coming closer and closer as your parents drive across the country. Not saying that ever happened to me. Okay. So yeah, I hope you're doing well. Hope it's a good day for murder. I think it is. And let's get things kicked off. I'm going to surprise these people by coming up the rock face. Where are they? You shouldn't be here. I know. We're going to start things off. Our first traditional slow motion kill of the day. God, oh my God, there's 3 of them. Oh, first traditional slow motion group kill of the day. Yeah, that's good. No, what is going on? Wow. You get some of that. You get some of that. Oh, nope, I missed. There we go. Some for you. Where are you? Come on, sir. We want a little bit of power. Have a bucket. Take the bucket. Take the bucket. Are you alive? Not anymore. And now with that out of the way, let's keep going with our murder and mayhem. So what I wanted to talk about today, like I said in the intro, is something kind of interesting. So these days, y'all are spoiled. And by y'all, I mean like society. All of us are spoiled these days because if you want adult material, and hey folks, I'm going to say this just to start off, and it is something to keep in mind throughout this entire video. If you're not of legal age to be experiencing any adult material, I'm going to tell you, it's not a good thing. It can damage your expectations of life, and although, something that is normal in terms of curiosity, try to keep things legal. Okay, folks? Just be smart. Okay. Hi! I've disarmed her. So, these days, if you want adult material, and we'll say this, I might let the P word slip a little bit, porn. I might let that slip a little bit here, but we'll call it adult material, right? Okay. So, growing up, when I wanted to get adult material, it was... Wow. Hello, Mr. Clumsy. It was always extremely difficult because, like I started to say, if you want adult material these days, all you have to do... I can use a stick. Can I holster a stick? Really? No, storing branch not allowed. Damn it. So, these days, you want adult material, you just go to your web browser, you type something in, and bada bing, bada boom, you got yourself something to look at, okay? So these days, you can do it on a phone, or a tablet, or a PC, or whatever. It's there, it's readily available, and it is accessible to basically everybody, okay? So, that's the thing. All you have to do is just type it up, and you're good. Oh, no. Wow. I have a pointy stick. So, you just type it in, you're ready to go. Okay. Well, years ago, and this is going to be sort of, if you are not aware of how this used to work, you're going to be absolutely appalled. You're going to be disgusted. So, years ago, in order to get anything like that done, you had to find a magazine or a VHS tape. Yes, an actual VHS, like in a VCR. You had to find some sort of way to do that. Now, convenience stores were always the place to go. Convenience stores always had magazines. Convenience stores always had the things like that you could get. Bye. And it was always like you'd slip into a convenience store and you say, I'll have a pack of cigarettes and a lighter and a copy of Big Busty Dwarves. World of Warcraft adult material, right? Or whatever. That wasn't a thing when I was growing up, but like, you know, some embarrassing title to some magazine, right? So that was always how it was at a convenience store. You'd look behind the counter there because that's always where it was, and you kind of go, I could maybe get that one, maybe get that one. If you go to an adult bookstore or an adult movie store, or there used to be, now this is not a thing anymore, so some of you may be shocked to hear this. So video stores, when you used to go to a Blockbuster or a small-time video store, now Blockbusters didn't have this. They had a staunch policy that was family-friendly, right? But smaller video stores in smaller towns and stuff, or even in the large towns, you always had those video stores that had the secret room, right? You go through and you see all the videotapes and everything, all the first-run movies and all that stuff. What is going on? You'd see all that, and then there was the secret back room, right? Oh no, the secret back room with a curtain, and it says 18 up only or something, you know, adults only. You go back there, and it's all these adult movies that are lining the walls with horribly explicit pictures and stuff on them, and you know, that stuff is just littering those walls. And you'd go in there and you'd choose the one you want, and you'd go back up to the counter, and sometimes you had to like you gave them the name, which was absolutely mortifying. Right? You'd have to give them the name of the thing that you wanted to watch. Where am I supposed to go? I don't see an exit. Oh no! Or you'd have to give them the number of the title, right? If it was something that had a R1591 or whatever, and you'd have to get that videotape, and like you'd kind of both look at each other and kind of know, you know, the secret shame. I know I'm getting an adult movie. Yes, you are, kind of thing. And so there was always that like horrible embarrassment of you know, choosing something, and then you go home. Now here's the part that is so much different than it used to be. Did I come up this way? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Here's the part that's so much different than it used to be. Getting home with it. Right? Getting home with it and successfully squirreling it away in your room. That was the tougher part, right? So, if you were someone that, you know, was a collector, right? You know what I'm saying? Where am I supposed to go? Probably up back here. If you were someone that, you know, wanted more than one title, let's say, or more than one magazine or whatever, you had to find somewhere to hide things, right? You had to have a stash. Hopefully it was somewhere that was ingenious enough that your parents aren't going to... Come here. Uh-oh. Ooh, all I have is my elven glaive. So you'd have to have a stash, a hiding spot that you were pretty sure that your parents wouldn't know where to look. So, you know, of course, you always think, oh, under the bed. Well, under the bed was kind of lame. So you do stuff like, for me, allegedly. Allegedly. Oh, no, lady, I'm so sorry. Oh, God. For me, it was like finding places like we had a drop ceiling in part of our house, and so like I would find a way to get it up in the drop ceiling or something like that, right? or creative places like in a suitcase that's buried in the back of a closet or something like that, right? Or in the bottom of a book bag that you never use or something like that. So there's always that fear that you're going to be at school or something. And you're going to get home and your folks are sitting there at the kitchen table and there's your pile of magazines and videos, right? And they're like, we're very disappointed in you. And that kind of thing, right? So you always had to find the hiding spot. Well, here's the thing. Getting caught with it is probably the worst experience possible. And this is kind of like, I guess these days the most comparable thing is like if you don't clear your browser history, right? And let's say I don't know. Let's say you don't close all your tabs, right, on your browser, and you're done for the day with browsing your material, and you leave your browser tabs open, right? And so the next person that goes and opens up your computer, opens up the browser, sees whatever weird things that you're into, right? They get to see that you like people dressed as a nun throwing baloney at a naked old man who's chained to a wall with raw spaghetti or something, right? Some weird out there kind of thing that floats your boat, right? That gets you feeling kind of. So the next person who gets to see that, suddenly they know exactly what's going on with you. Well, that's kind of how it is with your parents, except, oh my God, is that embarrassing? Because suddenly they're like, so do you like girls with big booties? Is that something that you're interested in, son or daughter? Or, like, oh my God, so embarrassing. But so the entire experience was completely different. Is this guy asleep? Let's make sure, because I can chop him in the back of the head and put him out, put him unconscious. But like, the whole experience was nerve-wracking from the moment that you decided what you were going to get or where you were going to get it until the moment where you didn't have that thing anymore, right? It's always this little bit of danger going on. Oh, danger seeker. But there's always that. So here's a funny example from my life. So we had a place that we went to on weekends and sometimes during the summer and stuff. That was a 2-hour drive away from our house. And it was along a major highway. Bro, it was along a major highway. It was, you go along and there's, like those outlet malls and gas stations, and you know how it is when you travel, right? You get those places that have fast food and everything. Well, halfway up during this 2-hour drive was this place. I'm not going to say the actual name of it, but let's say that the name insinuated that there was more going on than what was actually going on. It was supposed to be an adult bookstore, right? But for some reason, heave-ho! For some reason, they also had massages, right? So you'd go into this place, and it's a normal adult bookstore. Hey, folks, if you don't know what an adult bookstore is, it's where you go to get adult materials. At least you used to. There are a few still left over. But in the front of this place is like, the front desk is there, and you got the person that's sitting there, and then they'd have like different people sitting right behind the front desk, dressed in very scantily clothed sort of outfits, and so they'd sit there and they're like, "Oh, hi, you here to browse? Oh, yes. Would you like to try our special massage today? It's only whatever off," and it's like. No, I would not. Thank you. It was always very awkward. But so every time that I would pass this place, or I'd get close to it, because I used to psych myself up to go in and get something once in a while, right? And so I always got really nervous, like to the point where my stomach would sink and like get this butterfly feeling every single time that I'd pass this place. Is there a ninja? No, there is not. But my stomach used to just sink every time that I'd go by that place. But look, you don't realize how difficult it used to be, how nerve-wracking, how strangely unique and everything that experience was. And like growing up, a lot of us had the same thing, that there was some friend somewhere that had a stack of, Playboys or something, right? And that guy was the most popular person in town that day or that month or whatever it was. And it was always like, my older brother gave it to me, or I found it in my dad's closet or something. But yeah, it used to be really difficult to get some of that adult material. I'm telling you. Technology has changed things a lot. And as we are here in our Cavern of Success, we're going to end it today with that very awkward and strangely worded video on how things have changed a lot. Y'all, some of you don't have any idea how rough it used to be. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one here on Orpheus Plays. Do well, continue to do well, and you know what? Treat yourself well, because you deserve it. See you next time on Orpheus Plays. Bye.